Welcome to a special edition of Stocks and Bitcoin Live. Usually go live at night, but it's a crazy morning so far. Big gap up to all-time highs in the market. Fisker up 40%. A bunch of mid-cap growth stocks doing very well today. And I wanted to cover some of the price action live briefly. Also, shout out to the Einstein Wall Street who gave me this hat, but you can now see the Dow Jones is at 38,000. And if you can read the hat, my hair's really messed up, but Dow 38K. So historic moment in the market right now. And let's talk about everything. Starting off with Fisker up 33% currently. Really not any point in using technicals currently, but if we do, it's back above the bottom of this downsloping channel, and the MACD just crossed over to green on the daily. The big thing here though is there was an investor agreement. Fisker had some loans out or notes out, and they pretty much do not have that cash restricted anymore. So let's see. Please that we are able to reach an agreement with one of our investors that will provide increased flexibility and better position us to execute on potential strategic business deals. Pretty vague, but pretty interesting right there. And Fisker closed this morning. Fisker disclosed Monday in an 8-K filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission that an unnamed investor who holds an outstanding 0% senior secured convertible debt due 2025 has entered into an amendment and waiver agreement. Among parts of the agreement, all financial covenants related to Fisker's cash reserves were waived, and that's in the short term going to be the key here, which makes the company's unrestricted cash available for use. Should also lighten up the need to have an offering or reverse split, hopefully, even though just because of the stock price that's still possible. And nonetheless, pretty good move, up 34% here. Now don't forget, if we go over to FinViz, type in Fisker, there is currently a 47% short float on Fisker. From the list I'm seeing here, it's the 15th most shorted stock in the market. Actually, that's not true. This list is not in order, so I'm not sure which level it's in, but it's one of the most in the whole entire stock market right now. So up 33% currently. It was up at 111 earlier. It's at 106 right now. Just take a quick look into the microscope. Pretty much straight up the whole entire day until this 5-minute candle. Not the best timing for me going live, but it's pretty much back testing the VWAP and the 9 EMA currently. So that's Fisker. Let's talk about the market really quickly. I mean, this probably lines up with the market too. We got this gap up on Friday. We secured all-time highs on the S&P 500. We're following that through, going into the next week with a gap up, and then pretty much the same thing here. As I just talked about on Fisker, starting to see a pullback intraday back testing. We actually just closed under the VWAP. Now you're retesting the 200, not the 200, sorry, the 9 EMA. And there's not much of a pattern here yet. I mean, you've got a little bit of a range here since the open. So kind of just waiting to see how that shapes out. The really big thing here is the SPY and the Qs, which have been leading. They've done as good as they could do. They're up about 0.40%. Now, small caps and mid caps are having a field day today. The Russell 2000 is up 2%, and the ARK ETF is up 4% right now. And I mean, I have to pat myself on the back here. I laid out the Russell 2000 for all of you small cap traders over the past 2 weeks on the streams. I laid out the rule book, I don't even know, the play sheet, whatever analogy you want to use. I gave you the guide, and we literally got to this resistance, and I'm like, okay, time for a pullback in small caps. And I said, we're probably going to go back down to this white trend line, which is our all-time high connected trend line. And we're going to retest that and bounce off of it. Then on top of that, we developed hidden bullish divergence and a falling wedge at that low. And we just broke out of that today, up 2% on the Russell 2000. There's now an upside gap fill at 198.50. If I wanted to draw a little bit of supply here, it would be this from these 3 candle highs and that gap fill. So that's really where your next level is on the Russell 2000. And then the ARK ETF. We were talking about this last week, how it was putting in this bullish pin bar candle, or these lower wicked. We were looking at this bullish pin bar. Actually, I didn't stream on Friday. I just happened to create another one. But these lower long wicked candles right off the 45 level, which you can see is some previous resistance from these highs, and that flipped into a support. And now you're up 5% here. This is actually moving pretty much right now, but what I was aiming to talk about, and maybe even alert earlier, like 20 minutes ago, which I definitely should have done, was Tesla in the Discord. And Tesla is really a key watch here. You're seeing this theme starting to come back into the market after we hit all-time highs. And Tesla, I mean, literally just ripped intraday. So I'm a little bit biting my tongue here. Just ripped 2% in about 25 minutes, but or over 2%. So Tesla went on to lower time frames. This one's been selling off nonstop, and this gives you kind of the combination of being a large cap stock, having ties to the tech industry, so it's a little bit safer in that aspect, but also having the aggressiveness that you're seeing in the EV sector. So it's a mix of two worlds right here, and it's bouncing off of a very historical level. Look at these lows over here at 214-ish on Tesla from the past and over the past couple of months. Like I said on the deal, you've got a potential inverse head and shoulders setting up, and this is a very good start. So I am going to be alerting Tesla as a swing trade. Let's keep going a little bit, look at the market, and then we'll come back to this, but I will be alerting Tesla as a swing trade very shortly here. DraftKings, beautiful wedge breakout, not much else to update there. Coinbase up 5%. You got a very nice bullish pin bar over here. Previous high from last July and 2022 August flipped into a support. And now you got the bullish hammer candle and bullish divergence on the daily MACD. And honestly, looks like a wedge is also forming here as well. You get a nice follow through bullish engulfing candle today. Carvana's up 10%. Same thing here with the potential inverse head and shoulders. I mean, I might put out a new swing trade on Carvana. If you've been around, you know that the last move on Carvana, this move right over here, was alerted as a swing trade. Now it's pulled back, and I might put out a new one on it. So we're really starting to see the potential for new swings here. Quick look, Mara working on a bullish engulfing candle, Riot working on a bullish engulfing candle. Both are up about 5-6%. QS, QuantumScape, retesting the 200-day moving average, up 7%. GameStop, AMC up a little bit here. Kind of 3 or 4 decent days for AMC in a row. So those are some featured names. Quick look into other markets. The 10-year and 2-year are testing very, very key levels. So is the dollar. So very big 200-day moving average test taking place on the 10-year and the dollar currency index. Gold is just sitting at the end of that triangle, and the Hang Seng Index is breaking down, so not great for Chinese stocks. All right. Quick look at the Dow Jones. Very nice rounding bottom here. And then it seems like we developed a little bit of an upsloping channel of sorts. It's actually breaking to the upside right now with hidden bullish divergence. So once again, Dow Jones 38K. There you go. Roll back up here. Fisker's back at the highs, up 40%, $1.10 currently. We got a lot of other stuff going on too. I mean, let's do another quick look into the SPY on the 5-minute. You just bounced right off the 9 EMA like we were talking about earlier. Literally right off of it. You can, I don't know if you can see, but these little like gray dots over here just bounced there. Fisker as well, retesting session highs here, up 39%. So decent amount of stuff going on. Let's look at what else is taking place here. Palantir's up 9% right now. I mean, it was a pretty nice setup. I know I was talking about the 200-day moving average and the gap fill, and I honestly wish it would have went. I probably would have alerted a swing on it if it went down to 15, but nonetheless, it still broke out of this down-sloping wedge on Friday with the hammer candle, and now you're seeing the follow-through price action. It's up 9% today. I'm not sure if there's news there. Plug and SoFi also having good days. Plug is up 12% here. Classic bullish divergence on the MACD. We zoom out here. You can see Plug is reversing off of quite literally your COVID crash lows currently. Very key historical level. You've got upside gaps to fill. SoFi is up 11% here. This is an older swing. It already hit the first target, but it pretty much came back down. Honestly, the same exact type of swing could be possible again. Like, I think this was alerted right here. It went up to hit the first target. Now it's come back down. And honestly, it looks the same to me now. You're making a high or low. You've got hidden bullish divergence. You're above the 200-day moving average. Not bad. Even some of the other EVs, Lucid and Rivian, starting to bounce back today. Rivian's bouncing back right off of this key historical support zone, which is very interesting. I would have alerted this as a swing if there were some more variables, but you need to see more than just this. And now we've got those Apple Vision Pro headsets rolling out in people's hands at this point, and you're seeing pretty much four very green days for Apple right off the second test of the 200-day moving average. Jordan was in the stream, Ace the Kid was in the stream a couple weeks ago when I was looking at this, and he absolutely nailed it on saying that you're probably going to see it bounce right there on Apple. And at this point, it seems like Apple has started to form a little bit of a cup and handle. We take a look at it. Apple cup and handle, very interesting. Didn't know they were getting into the silverware industry, but there's your cup and handle on Apple. So we've pretty much covered the basis of what's going on today in the market. Slow it down a little bit more, be a little bit more passive, look at the lower time frames. Technically, we're just in a range sideways so far today on the SPY. Some coffee. Be live for probably another 20-25 minutes or so. Let's cover what's going on. He's right now setting up here, testing the VWAP. A little bit of a mini triangle here intraday. Tesla's now just pulled back 1%. We'll be looking for a bounce here on Tesla right around 214-ish. You can see you've got the VWAP and 9 EMA right here. You've also got this previous high of day from the opening 5-minute candle around 214.75. See if the SPY is also looking okay. I got the 15-minute time frame. To me, it seems holding 214 is going to be the key here. $14,215. Good tunes right now. Russell 2000 retesting session highs. SPY getting towards the top of this range it's been in since the open. MU is another one I've been keeping an eye on. I mean, this could develop into a shooting star candle though. Looks like it was up quite a bit more around the open. Doesn't start to regain that, you get a shooting star candle. But nonetheless, we've been talking about this triangle on the streams and that's played out so far. I mean, it just went up from 83 to 90 there. What's up, Kaiser in the chat? I hope I said that correctly. What's up, Who's here in the kick stream as well? Do you use, what's up, Frank, Max, Roman? Do you use Bollinger Bands? If not, why? I used to use Bollinger Bands quite a bit. I still have them actually saved. I can pull them out whenever. So yeah, I do here and there. When we get more extreme moves in the market or on stocks, then I find the upper and lower bands a little bit less reliable because you can, like, as we saw on this very strong move, you just spent the whole entire trend just riding along the upper band, and then you still were able to gap up and go even higher outside of it. So I just find it a little bit less reliable during like very strong trends in the market. But when you're seeing more of a back and forth volatile market, it definitely does work a lot better. And when we do have those markets, I do pull them out sometimes, even on the streams. Q's really not getting much of a reaction so far. Tesla's testing the key level right now, intraday. At VWAP as we speak. If you're new to the streams, I I usually stream at night, not during the day, but it's a little bit of a special one today. Make sure to subscribe button so you can get nightly updates on what's taking place in the market. Basically retesting the 9 EMA and the VWAP yet again. It seems like a little bit of the momentum is starting to cool down. A pullback is certainly possible, maybe even a retest of $1. So very strong moves up until about 10 a.m. So the first half an hour of the day, first 30-minute candle. Very strong, and now starting to cool off a little bit. So we'll see what the next move is. I mean, look, we go to like even the 1 hour time frame. There was this wedge setting up, and it was right at the end of it on Friday. And that's not the reason it's up 30-something%. I know that, but after the fact, now that it's outside of it, realistically, like your next level on the 1 hour is $1.22 from these highs on January 8th and 9th. That's your next level. And then your support you really want to hold is your all-time lows. So for right now, you're just in between that. It's a great spike today, but realistically, this stock was here 10 days ago, you know? It's up 30-something%. It was up 40%. But this was only the price 10 days ago. So it's a great morning, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, Fisker's completely turned around. I mean, this was a $6 stock a few months back. This is a good start, but you got to see more fall through price action, which is why I'm not like losing my mind, getting super hyped up about it. I'm happy it's bouncing, but there's a lot more that it needs to do. Good start though. Still not much taking place here on the SPY. Of course, out of all days where I'm actually deciding to go live intraday, we're just literally seeing a sideways market. Let's take a look at Tesla. Might be giving up this potential support area here, and there's that pullback on Fisker starting to take place here. Retest of $1 probably. Let's see. Tesla, it's fighting for it. It certainly is. If we look at the Qs, it was not able to really get that VWAP breakout. Netflix has been another interesting name on my radar. Over to 5 minute looks interesting. Daily, you broke out of this triangle and then you back tested it. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just start this at this point. Probably will keep it like that. And yeah, I mean, a break above 508 on Netflix, I think it's sent it to like 575 pretty quickly. Very straightforward historical choppy zone. That inverse head and shoulders on Tesla. Wow. Well, the price action is somewhat slow, so while we're waiting, let's check the Qs one more time. Yeah, it's not really. If the Qs were to have broken out of this and Tesla were to have held the VWAP a bit better, I would have alerted calls in Discord, but it just didn't hold it as well as I wanted it to. So while we're waiting for some price action intraday, Tesla just pulled back for us either way. I mean, this is nice looking MACD, not divergent. So go ahead and set up this swing trade on Tesla. I'm gonna alert in the Discord shortly here. Stop loss under lows from October. First target, zoom out a little bit here. Certainly got a level right there. Pretty much a 1-to-1 reward to risk still. What I don't like is how you can't really see that zone because that, honestly, I don't want to keep the zone though. I think I'm going to keep the zone, it's fine. Line this up again. Second target for Tesla right up here, 258, 20% profit. I'll be matching previous highs, and then we're going to go a little bit crazy on this third target. Right, just a little bit crazy for one of the targets. Because if it hits the first two, that's 2/3 of the position out the door already. So just a little bit crazy, 35%. Okay, that's a gap fill from the gap down on July 20th of last summer. So we will see. Set up the reward to risk boxes here. Let's not do that. Set up the alerts. That's it for Tesla. Go over to Carvana. How much is this one off the lows? 16% in 2 days. We will get back to Fisker in 1 second, Edwin. I'm just trying to line up some potential swings. Look, this one is up 16% in 2 days. I know that's a lot. But like the bigger picture here is you have this inverse head and shoulders, and that's like inverse head and shoulders inception, where you also have the potential for this inverse head and shoulders. So, I mean, if there's any time where this one could really be setting up, I would say it's right here. Obviously, me alerting us on Thursday would have been amazing. Would have already probably hit the first target by now. Let's just take a look at what the reward to risk would look like. Risk would be about 19%. Just to get back up to resistance, it would be a negative reward to risk. So I think I'm gonna have to wait out on this Carvana one. I would want to see a pullback. The reward to risk just doesn't make sense right now for the normal type of swing. So might come back to it Tuesday or Wednesday if it pulls back 3-4%. Keep it ready. Till then, I'll line this up. Got the head and shoulders off the historical support zone. Okay, make that public. All right. Let's go ahead and kind of looks cool actually. Put a dollar sign. Oh no, then it looks like the ticker wing. Can't do that. That would have looked cool though. Drop a like if you're enjoying the stream, enjoying the tunes. Maybe I'll do some more of these live streams during the day whenever I'm not doing any options trading in premium. Oh, that's the wrong channel. Yeah. Also, shout out to the 4 new lifetime members. Absolutely insane. In the last week, 4 of you signed up for lifetime. I literally cannot believe it. I mean, a part of me can. I know it was a really good deal. Literally just going to mention this very briefly. There's still 1 spot left. You get $350 off of lifetime. I was going to raise the price by $50 today, but really $50 is not going to make a big difference to me. So I was like, whatever, I'll just keep it at $650. The normal price is $1,000. If anybody's interested, I'm going to drop the link in the YouTube chat and the Kick chat. This is only the one time I'm going to mention it this stream. There's 1 spot left. 4 spots were already taken. You get unlimited access to everything in premium. The chat, the swings, the options, the mods chat, the watch list, the bullseye bot. And that also comes with unlimited access to my trading algo releasing later this year. So if anybody's interested, there's 1 spot left. Just figured I might as well give you all the last heads up. And yeah, there's a Tesla swing. Forgot to... Wait, this is the first time I forgot to do this in a very long time. Now I have to go back and look at Friday's candles. Let's see. I kind of like the lighting better here on stream during the day than the lighting I have at night, honestly. What's this song? Thanks. Forgot to update the swings on the sheet last week, unfortunately. So zoomed in. This is really blinding me right now. I actually also just got blue light glasses, which I should be wearing right now. But then I feel like you all can see everything I'm looking at, which feels like an invasion of privacy to myself. They're very like reflective of whatever screen I'm looking at. Alright, this takes a second. By the way, this sheet that you see right here is publicly available to all of you. It just tracks all the swings I've alerted. This was actually last week's. To include Tesla, I'm gonna have to make a new sheet, make it 169. Throw in Tesla right here. Simply an IHS. Carry that over. Make that that. Go back to 168. Oh, whoa, I cannot show that. Oh. Move that over late. I'll do that after I'm done with the live stream here shortly. So that's the new Tesla swing right there. If you're not following me on X at Champion Vibe, go check it out. Fisker back up to near session high, sitting at $1.09. It was actually, it dropped down to, I believe, 103. Retesting 200-day moving average. I don't know why I keep saying that. The 9 EMA, not the 200-day moving average. It's very far from the 200-day moving average. I mean, this is pretty interesting. Take a look at this. You've got a little bit of a bullish pennant setting up here intraday on Fisker. And I might be somewhat biased, but like, look. You look at this on a 3-minute chart, I'm sure it looks just like it. So we're gonna keep a chart on the 5-minute. And Tesla dropping a little bit more. So dipping into the new swing alert currently. Fisker retesting highs. Okay, it looks like the market's starting to really get a pullback here. Fisker is just kind of doing its own thing. So SPY's testing the bottom of this zone. I mean, your next level is going to be 43 if this breaks down. That's your highs from Friday and a gap fill level. Let me share this in premium chat. Take a look at the Qs as well. Qs already broke down. Remember that triangle I charted? It already broke down and it's already moving towards its gap fill. Russell's hanging in a little bit better there. Fisker, session high test, testing a breakout of this intraday bullish pennant. Volume's growing just a little bit here. We'll see how that candle closes in 3 minutes. Drop this right here. Seeing some selling on that candle currently. See how it closes. I mean, honestly, it's probably a decent correlation to the SPY breaking down from this opening range. I gave myself way too. Look at this. I woke up and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna eat breakfast right now. I'll just eat lunch. And look how many crackers I gave myself. And now there's no way I'm eating these. So I don't know what to do. It's a tough world. And yes, you were right about that 9 EMA breakdown on 5-minute max. Looks like it's still testing this breakdown on the candle. Go back to that Fisker. Up 37% today. Just a disclosure in case you didn't know, I do own shares in Fisker. I did buy them a couple weeks ago, and I did add to them. I think I added a little bit to them last week as well. Believe it or not, not both of my accounts, but one of my accounts, my average is under $1. So I'm actually in profit in Fisker in one of my accounts. I'm still down on the other one. And it is the smaller account that I profit, to be fair. But we'll see. 5-minute breakdown pretty much confirmed there for SPY. I just saw that Henrik Fisker put on his Instagram, all Fisker investors should read the 8K we filed today, with a beautiful picture of the Fisker Ocean. I mean, an absolutely beautiful picture. The sun beaming on it, and then he quoted the 8K that they released. 53 comments on it. Let me read out some of these comments. Perhaps this is the start of a stock price boost. Someone thinks that reverse stocks will be a beneficial strategy. I hope you drive the stock and the company to the top. You create beautiful vehicles. Sounds like good news ahead, especially on the OEM front. The short hedge funds are killing the stock. Great to hear this news. Investors, I don't think I can say that. Some people just say whatever they want. Short sellers suck. Gotta survive so I can get my 2 pairs. Okay. Update is appreciated. Some of those comments are funny. But we are seeing a pullback. Unfortunately, it did not break out of that pattern to the upside. It's actually testing a downside break and retesting the VWAP in 9 EMA with SPY. Breaking down from this zone. Russell's also testing a VWAP at 9 EMA breakdown. So it seems like some sellers are entering and for right now capturing control in the market. Maybe we start to see a bounce when the Qs fill this gap at 421.3. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep this stream a little bit shorter so whoever watches the replay later on in the day kind of digest it, and it's not going to be like 4 hours long. I also do have to go get ready. I'm not going to lie, I rolled out of bed to go live. I have to go get ready and head down to the stock exchange. So thank you all for watching and being here with me live during the day. Hopefully Fisker just stays above $1. That's pretty much really what I would love to see it close above today. That's my main goal for it right now. And in terms of the market, I mean, look, we're at all-time highs. We're seeing some selling. We're seeing a little bit of a pullback, nothing too crazy. I would still remain bullish as long as we maintain above 480 on the SPY. All right, that's going to be it for today. Nice and simple. The new Tesla swing is shared in the Swing Alerts channel of the Discord and posted on X. And I said I was only going to mention once. Final reminder, it's just like either today or tomorrow is the last time or chance you can grab that final lifetime spot for 35% off, aka $350 off. I did drop it in the YouTube chat and the Kick chat. If anybody's interested in that, you have today and tomorrow, and that's the last time you're going to be able to get lifetime for $650 this year. There's going to be some lifetime sales, I'm sure, later on in the year, but it's not going to be for $650. I think probably the lowest I would do is $700 after this sale is over. So saving yourself at least like $50 from what I think, but no promises. We'll see. Have a great rest of your day. If you're trading, good luck. Keep in mind, it's not a lot of price action to trade off of right now, so I'm probably not taking any day trades today. And yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. And if you enjoyed the intraday stream, hit the like button so I know if I should do more of these. All right, I will catch you all later.